welcome to the Instagram stories for Monday, February 21st. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. It is a bank holiday in the United States. Hopefully you are enjoying some time off. I'm not off. I'm working. That's always how it goes. On Mondays, we do Mosseri Monday, which is where we talk about what the head of Instagram, Adam Mosseri, shared on his Ask Me Anything story on Friday. The first question, are people using story likes? If you're not familiar, this is a very new feature that has been recently added to Instagram where you can like people's stories, and it is a very easy way to give some kind of engagement and feedback on a person's story without writing a whole comment or digging through to find the proper emoji. Here's his answer.
Absolutely. We saw in all the tests that people sent a lot more feedback to their friends on their stories and that their friends like that. And we're seeing that now that it's rolled out as well.
When I first talked about this feature, I didn't have access to it, but now I do, and actually, I really like it. I think it's a very good idea. Next question. Can you bulk delete posts from your Instagram? This is a very good question. The answer is yes. Here's his answer.
Yep. Go to your profile, click on the 3 lines in the top right, and then go to your activity. And there you're going to be able to go to posts or photos, select all the things you want, and you can bulk delete or you can bulk archive, just so you can manage your Instagram profile.
I actually don't really see the value of bulk deleting. What you're better off doing is just archiving those posts instead. And this way you can reference the archive if you ever want to bring those posts back or see who commented on those posts in the past, whatever. I don't necessarily recommend deletion. I would say archive. Next question. Is it possible to lift the limit on how many accounts we can follow? I was actually confused by this question because I wasn't aware there was a limit on accounts that you could follow on Instagram. I recommend less than 500 as a general rule for a good Instagram experience and making sure you see the content from the people you care about. I was under the impression only Twitter had a limit on how many accounts you could follow. Anyway, here's his answer.
There is no limit on how many accounts you can follow. There is some rate limiting, so if you follow too many accounts too quickly, we ask you to slow down, just as a way of making sure that you're not a bot.
Okay, that made me feel better because I was pretty sure that that was the case. I thought so. Next question, and it's all about the metaverse, specifically the avatars that you can create inside of Instagram. If you haven't created them yet, I suggest that you do it, and then you can share the avatars that you create directly to your story. The question is, will avatars have a more customizable outfit option in the future? I personally am not really into this outfit customization, but I understand that plenty of people are. Here's his answer.
Yeah, I really think they need to. You need to be able to customize like your shirt separate from your pants. You need to be able to make sure that it actually has a likeness to you. There's a lot of work to do. I'm excited to see the team keep pushing it forward, but you'll definitely be able to customize your outfits.
And the last question we're going to talk about today, and it's a tip for Reels. What Reels length is the best? Off the bat, I'm just going to tell you less than 8 seconds. I think probably 6 to 7 seconds is the best time for a reel, especially if it is funny or attention grabbing or something very unique and interesting in a very quick time format. That's my personal opinion. You might disagree. Here's his answer on what Reels length is the best.
We get these types of questions a lot, and the unfortunate real answer is that there is no silver bullet. But in general, we see that shorter reels tend to do better, but you got to experiment and see what resonates with your audience because every audience is different.
Agree? Disagree? Let me know. Send me a direct message. I would love to hear what you think is the best length for a reel. That's going to do it for today's show. If you would like to support the show, there are a couple things you can do. Some are free. I'll start with those. You can leave a review on Apple Music or Apple Podcasts. You can leave a review on Amazon.com if you listen on your Amazon Echo smart speaker. And you can support the show by going to buymeacoffee.com/IG stories. All of those links are in the show notes because I want to make it very, very easy for you. You can find the show notes on Apple Music or Spotify or whatever podcast app you use. Be sure to come back tomorrow for more Instagram news, strategy, and tips.
I'm not yet a member of the Instagram team, but my podcast covers many Instagram themes. But the name, image, logos are trademarks of Instagram and the LCC in the USA and every territory. Everything I publish independently. Until they let me run my team and start to pay my salary. Not sponsored or endorsed, no lies, no fallacy. I use their logo with permission, not malicious or callously. No trademark violation, filling all criteria. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Daniel Hill Media.